Okay, so on Grasswalker I finished making a deck. I ended up cutting all of the blue because I just had like 8 cards to cut and there were 7 blue cards in the deck. I wasn't really sure what else to do, so I'll put the full list up. Ooh, okay, it was up and then it crashed. That's not a good sign. Magic Arena, please. Not like this. Hey, alright. So the full deck list is available here, apart from some of the cards that got sniped out already from being drawn. But between the opening hand and the deck list, you could probably fill in the blanks. What do we have? Both colours, some good cards, and a curve. 2, 3, 4. I'm okay with that. That's fine with me. I feel like the deck should be this side, because nothing's ever used this side of the screen, I don't think. I guess the cards as they come out. Start off showing in red. I don't think it makes a difference, but we will do it. Get a quick pass there because we don't want him to know that I have removal. Probably won't matter. We'll kill this. There's no reason not to. Pop. It's a good trade. His thing's dead and we've still got value on the board. We're going to play Forest to give us the option between the Petitioner or the Chimera. I believe the Chimera is the better play here. This is based on Devotion. This gives Devotion. A 4-1 does more damage, so it's more important to get it down early. And also a 4-3 can kill more stuff than a 2-4. So it's just, by far and large, the better choice. We'll see what he does. This might be make or break turn for him. That's rough, because without any mana available, this plus 4/4 is going to be huge. That's threatening him a lot of his health. The Akroan War steals something as well if he plays anything good or Death Touch. We might not play the Akroan War because it kills tapped creatures. His stuff doesn't become tapped, really. Alright, we can fight. We can kill the Soul Reaper or the Favored. Exile 2 other cards. So if we kill the Soul Reaper, the Favored lives. Vice versa. Ooh, we could just take his Soul Reaper and swing for 11. That would be spicy. That would be pretty spicy. It's going to force his attack. We have a Soul Reaper on defense that can... Oh, it can't sack itself because I don't have like a wildcard swamp in the deck. Come on, buddy, what you got? This is looking abysmal for you, though. He's like, let's just have a look at his hand. Oh no, I forgot to put my timer on. That game was very short, though. I'm supposed to have a timer on so that I know when about to round up the video. Let's do a wildcard prediction, because I don't know how long I've been recording for, because the time is off. I feel like we are 3.5 minutes in. Let's go for that. That'll be my sense of time. Play as many games as we can fit in, because apparently people don't click on videos that are long. Too long it is. The shorter the video, the more likely you are to get clicks. It's apparently the way that it works, which I'm not that worried about, but I got sponsors to please. People will get on my back if things are in single digits. Alright, Island. We'll play the mountain just so that we don't end up in a situation where we forget to play our only mountain and we don't get to play a Stampede Rider. Just reduce the chance of me being an idiot. Also, show him red, make him think we're like a hyper-aggressive deck. 1/1 till the end of the turn. No 2-drop, but that's okay. We'll be able to go Stampede Rider into Chimera. Or Stampede Rider into Typhon is going to be pretty big. 2 damage is neither here nor there. Okay, he's going to try and mill me. Target player, so he might mill himself and get those +1/1s. Even though, mechanically, that's not quite how that works. Because they do damage at the same time, so I think he might mill me. Stampede Rider is pretty strong defensively against a couple of 2/1s. So he either takes his foot off the gas pedal to remove the rider and hits me for 4, or he puts his foot further on the gas pedal and just plays loads of stuff, but then the 2/1s are not that great. We'll see what happens. He'll probably remove it, maybe a Maya's Grasp or something. He might just use the Devour of Memory, that's pretty good if he does. We're on somewhat of a clock, because this is somewhat unblockable. If he's smart, he'll take the Typhon. We have 2 things that work with the rider, so we're okay. There's the Typhon gone. That slowed him down. The rider completely shut down his aggression, and now we're at basically the same life points. Having a Chimera makes this a 3/4. That's pretty sweet. That comes in tapped, so we'll use as much mana as we can. I believe I would rather be on the defensive here. I'm not sure if I want my 4/1 to trade with like a 1/3 Lampard. He couldn't swing last turn, so the chances of him top decking something that will now allow him to swing is pretty low. Also, if he didn't have removal with 4 mana, he's probably not going to have removal with 5 mana. Feeling good with this game. Next turn we get 2/3 drop, whether we want Hound, Petitioner, or Hunt Hound. He's going to gently touch me for 3 here. This is my clock. I've got a 5-turn clock because he can hit me for 3 each time he uses that. So we have 5 turns to reduce him to dead. Probably more with the Petitioner. That gives me an extra 3 life. So do we go Hound Petitioner or Omen Hound? I think we want as many creatures on the board. It's a 1/3 though. We'll play the Rage Hound and then see what we want to do depending on his blocks. 3 other cards from the graveyard. We don't have those, so we'll just trade 3s. He can hit me for 3, I'll hit him back for 3, and we'll see what happens. Ooh, he might have something spicy here. What are the 1-mana green, 1-mana blue cards in this set? There's like an unsummon equivalent that also hits enchantments. Stripping a land from the deck will reduce the chance that I draw 1. Putting the Petitioner on the board will give us some life. What do I want more? Ooh. I think the Petitioner. This decision was made harder because it's a turn or 2. If this hits for 3 each time, and I'm at 18, that's 6 turns. But if I played the Hunt and then played the Petitioner, it would be 19, which is technically 7 turns. But I think just having a board, being more resilient to his removal, reducing the chances of a blowout, all this stuff is a little bit better than reducing the chance that I draw land. Oh wow, another Devour Memory. This is kind of cute though, because he's not using any of his cards to pressure me, he's just milling himself, which will fuel the escape cards. I'm going to use the Omen of the Forge during his turn. I don't want him to get a chance to put like the +1/1 hexproof enchantment down. Game's paused. He's definitely got something cheap, something that can cost 1 blue. But what is it? Target creature gets -X. You gain 2 life. Okay, so that's what he had. Maybe. I don't have a way to save that. Now that he's tapped out, though, we can finish off that Devourer. Can swing with everything. Something might get bounced back. But we're hitting harder than him, I believe. Yeah, he's taking a bunch of trades. It's good to see, though. We're putting up Keep Stop. I only have 1 card in the whole deck that costs more than 4. We're about to have 3, 6, 7 land. So using 3 to scry during my untap step before I draw, everything costs less than that. Don't want him to counter my Omen, so I'll just play it. I would like a Mountain, get those colors back up, give me the potential to play the Phoenix. But he's got 3 cards in his hand, I have 1 card on the field and a couple of good scry opportunities. The main card advantage difference here is that I have 7 land, he has 5 land. So that's where my 2 extra cards have been wasted. But I got a couple of boys here that I might be able to play eventually. 3 other cards, 3 other cards. There's 3 in their total, so if I get 1 more card in the graveyard, which I'll do because of the sacrifice here, I'll be able to play these again. I'd rather have 5/2 Chimera than a 4/2 Hound. Then the Rider's active again. But I guess we might not have a choice. We might have to play the Hound. Let's get rid of the Omen of the Forge. Oh, shit. I fucked up. It required red. Can I not undo that? I haven't done anything yet. Alright, I can't undo that. So that 1 mana's fucked. Blessing. That's really, really bad. Like, that's majorly screwed the turn up. Fuck. That is so bad. I could have played the Hound and swung for 3. Oh, that is actually the worst. Oh, I'm so bad. That was a huge mistake. What's it gonna bring back? Probably the Devourer. Yeah. I mean, I can kill the Devourer with my Blessing, so it's not too bad. But that sucks, like, major sucks. I could have hit him for 3, but instead now I'm, like, on the back foot by a whole bunch. I may as well sack this to get the extra scry. What enchantments does he have? That's an enchantment creature, Nymph. So I would rather have Return to Nature than nothing. Alright, there's enough cards in the graveyard, so we're going to do Chimera Blessing. That's what we want. We'll leave the Rage Hound in the graveyard. There's no reason not to. this. Get the blessing. Put it on my boy. What do we want to kill? The Drowner of Memory is pretty big. The Wave Rider's pretty big. I guess the Wave Rider's a little bit better. The Knight I can answer with Return to Nature. Both of these represent unblockable threats. One requires him to play an enchantment, one requires him to spend a bit of mana. I guess the Devourer. Then that also lets us swing. This would be a lot better if he was at 9. Right, he was at 12, about to be at 9, which he would have been if I hadn't misplayed that turn so badly. But the onus is still on him to win this game, which he's not looking that favoured to right now. 7 lands, 5 lands, 2 in hand, 1 in hand. I've got an escape, but I'm miles from using it. And my board's bigger and better. 5-4, 3-4. 3-3, 2-3. He needs enchantments to be able to fly over the Chimera. That bounce isn't too bad, because it's still a good card. So he spent a card to reduce the toughness by 2. So you can play the Chimera. And then one other card. So I can choose to let it get countered or not. I will pay for that, and then he has lost a card, and I have lost nothing. He might get an enchantment that lets that fly, so I think we have to swing. We can't stop pressuring him. Hopefully he draws a land. He's got 2 land draws that he is owed. Oh, there goes the Phoenix! That's unfortunate. I can still use the Return to Nature to kill his Knight, though. 2 cards in the graveyard. Not quite enough. Oh, he's swinging. I think I'll take that trade. His thing has the potential to fly, which is a lot scarier. We'll go to 5, we'll kill his Knight, and then we'll hit him for 2 and he'll be at 5, 6. And then it's just a matter of top decking, which might favour him because he has the Omen. Putting the Chimera in the graveyard offers me the opportunity to replay it. Return to Nature, recast the Chimera, something like that. He's letting it pause. Give him a hello. Recolor the pup. Give it some scritches. Poke the owl. It's like, whoa. Alright, he's got the Omen. He gets at least 1 or 2 good draws. But surely blue-black doesn't have like some haste swinger. Three cards in the graveyard, play Return to Nature, and we get to recast the Chimera. That also works. That actually works a lot. I think we'll save it though. The Blessing could act as a way for us to finish this game if he plays something else. He's dead to rights on board here. Depends on his top deck. That's not going to be good enough. Not even close to good enough. That's it. Good game. Oh, that was an awesome game. I made a horrific mistake that made it a lot closer than it should have been. But wow, I really enjoyed that one. That had a bit of back and forth to it. I was on the ropes. We both were like sub 5. that game was pretty sweet. But thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed these first couple of games. First one only took like a second, literally like 3 turns, and he's like, oh man, this is hopeless. Second game we had to fight for. But thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.